I just drove an hour to meet somebody from a dating app. And after 45 minutes of talking to me, he decided that we were incompatible. So I'm now driving an hour home to do nothing again on a Saturday night. Woo, go me.
So she just drove a total of 2 hours, 1 hour there, 1 hour back, to meet this guy who, after 45 minutes, don't even know how he stayed that long, decided that they're incompatible and it's not going to work. And as a professional PUA, I will tell you just right off the bat that the reason is, first off, the reason is obviously he's not attracted to her, right? The guy wasn't attracted to her, and she showed up for that date. Like many of you guys who are still doing this online dating, I tell you, get off these dating sites. These chicks are totally manipulating their photos, and they're lying to you, and that's not how they look. You know, they drag you guys out on these dates, and we waste weeks of your time texting back and forth, messaging, and all this, and then you finally see the chick, and you're like, one way to eliminate this, by the way, guys, FaceTime with a girl. Don't go on a date until you FaceTime with her first. You will save so much time if you just FaceTime with the girl before you meet up with her. But I can tell you, just from watching her little video there, even her little TikTok video, what did she do? Did you guys notice? Bet you didn't notice. She filtered it. Why are you filtering your video? Especially one where, you know, you're complaining about your date and all this other stuff and how he didn't want anything to do with you after 45 minutes. Why do you need to filter that? I mean, that already tells me there that is your pattern behavior. So it tells me that her dating profile probably looked nothing like her, right? She probably used a ton of filters, and the guy saw it, he bought into it, and he met up with her, and he's like, no. Could have saved himself time if he just did that to begin with. It was like, hey, send me some photos of you without filters. And that's what you guys should do, okay? If you're doing this online dating. Sorry, I had to turn on my AC right now because it's hot as balls out here. Had it off for a second, but I'm like starting to break a sweat because it's like 100 degrees out in Cali. Either way, this is how you eliminate this problem, guys. You tell the girl, because so many of these girls on these dating apps, I mean, the majority of them are using these filters, okay? They're using these filters, and you can tell the photo's filtered, right? I mean, because their face is all like just smoothed out, and the contrast is really, or the brightness is just like really bright. You can't see any of her, you can't see like any of her like zits or whatever else you might have going on with her face because it's totally filtered. So I would tell you guys, I would advise you guys who are using these dating apps, well, first you got to get off the dating apps, but you guys who are using these dating apps, tell these girls, you know what, send me some more. Do you have any photos of you that aren't filtered? Just say it point blank. Do you have any photos of you that aren't filtered? Can you send me those? And believe me, you might think, oh, that's being a little rude. No, it's not. Her lying to you by creating this profile with a bunch of filtered photos is lying, right? I mean, she's being rude to you because essentially she is lying, right? So, and it's high value too when you call these girls out. So don't, stop being a pussy, right? Be high value and be like, hey, I noticed a lot of your photos are filtered. Is there a reason for that? I mean, I would be upset. I'd call that girl out. Like, hey, can you send me some photos of you that don't have any filters on it? My photos don't have filter on it, so I feel like I'm being real, but can you do the same? Is that fair? And, is that asking too much? And ask the girl to send you some photos of her without filters. And you will get your answer real fast, by the way. The reason why a lot of these girls use filters is because they're hiding something. Because they know that they don't look that as good as those filtered photos in real life. So that's why they do that, right? And a lot of these chicks end up going on these dates with guys who just ghost them. They're like, no. Once they meet them, like, But I don't want you guys to even waste your time. I don't want you to waste your time with these chicks and driving out to these dates and messaging them when you could be meeting chicks in real life. This is why I love cold approach pickup, by the way. I love cold approach pickup because I get to see what that girl looks like right in front of me. I get to see any flaws that she has, any, weird quirks that she might have when she speaks, bad teeth, whatever, right? I get to see that right up close and no filter. And then I get to decide, like, okay, let me talk to this chick, see what's up. Let me see if she's as cool as she looks. And that's a lot of times when I do what's called a direct opener, I'll open the girl just like that. I'll say, hey, I just wanted to come over and talk to you real quick and see if you're as cool as you look. Right? However, when you use these dating apps, man, you are just rolling the dice, hoping this chick looks like her photos, hoping that, there's nothing weird about her. But, I mean, this chick wasted her own time. She wasted her own time by being dishonest. Because if she just put up real photos of herself without filters, or if this dude bothered to FaceTime, maybe she has, like, a FaceTime on her video. I don't even know if you could do that. Well, clearly she was doing it. But if you FaceTime, if you could filter it, but they probably do. But, I mean, even then, that would be a gigantic red flag if the chick is filtering your FaceTime. But she showed up to the date. It's like, what do you expect? Yeah, you drove an hour. You don't even look like your pics, right? She's doing this video. We don't even know what she looks like because the video's filtered. Jeez, man, just be honest and have some real photos of yourself up there, ladies. Either way, let's crack into the second video, shall we?
Okay, so I recently re-downloaded Tinder and Hinge because I'm more open to dating. I have not been dating for a very long time. And wow, I have rediscovered some red flags that I just want to share. Putting down other women, not a compliment. Like, don't tell me I'm not like other girls. Don't complain about how other girls behave. Those are my sisters. Like, I'm picking them over you. Like, let's get that clear. You should be my stay-at-home wife. How about no? That did not hit like you think it hit. A special shout out to the guys who find out how much I work and they're like, well, how are you gonna have enough time for me? I don't know, sir. Are you worth my time? This is a premature question to ask. Anyways, I'm gonna delete all the dating apps. It's fine.
Before I bash this chick, I'm gonna give her one compliment. And the one compliment is that she didn't filter her photo or her videos. So I will give her that compliment. She seems to have a naturally pretty face, which I'm a big fan of. I like natural, just natural beauty. Don't, inject your forehead with the Botox and the collagen and all this other stuff and the inflated lips. I don't want to see that. I want to see a natural pretty face, which she definitely had. Right, had a natural pretty face. So I give her that. Now let's roll into bashing this chick, shall we? And it's not even bashing her. I mean, it's just an honest criticism. So she looks to me like she's in her mid-20s, maybe late 20s. Okay, she's nearing the wall, son. And what is she doing? She's spending her time on these dating apps. Kudos to her. She said that she uninstalled them after she saw what was out there. She's like, no more dating apps. So kudos to her for that. Because really your only option for meeting people is to go out there in the real world, as I suggest you guys do, right? Get involved with groups that you like, meetups that you like, events that you like, and start socializing with those people. You'll meet plenty of, women. Even when I'm not doing pickup and I'm out there doing my cars and coffee on the weekends, which I love to go to. I always try to go to a new cars and coffee each week, even though I've been to most of them, but I try to just switch it up every now and then. I've met a lot of people through Cars and Coffee, both men and women. I've met dudes who've introduced me to girls that I end up dating because I'm just out there and they're like, hey, you got to meet this girl, and oh, okay, cool. So because you're out there socializing, you're not at home constantly on the computer or constantly on these dating apps. You're out there, engaging with the world. So I do credit her on that, and she'll probably, she'll probably meet higher quality guys being out in the real world, especially because she's attractive. I give her that. She's an attractive girl. However, the attitude needs to go, right? Because she does have a little bit of snottiness about her. I could already tell. If I cold approach this chick, I would ask her, like, are you always this snotty? I'd call her out on it. She wouldn't like it, of course. Many of these women don't. They would not like it. That's my AC, by the way. Super hot out here. she wouldn't like it, but I'd be like, so what? It's a fair question. I wouldn't be offended if you asked me anything like that. You know why? Because I don't have a fragile, ego. I'm not insecure with myself. I don't have low self-esteem. You could ask me what you want, and I'll try to answer it. Why are you so offended if I asked you, if you're always this snotty? I'm telling you, you're snotty. Other guys may not want to tell you that, but I'm telling you that because I want to be real with you. I want to be honest, and that's how I want us to be, right? And when you're like that with these chicks, I mean, it's a huge attraction spike because you're not trying to filter yourself. You're not trying to manage your manage expectations or anything like that. Instead, you're just communicating to her in a way that you would any other person, right? And you're just being real and you're getting to the point. A lot of you guys, with these girls, you create too much red tape, and you try to have these very polite, very friendly, very safe, friend-to-friend conversations. And I always ask my students who are new that come to me and they get on boot camp, I'm like, do you want to be this girl's friend or you want to be her boyfriend? I want to be your boyfriend, of course. Okay, then stop talking to her like she's a friend. Are you going to talk to your, girlfriend like that? No. You're going to be real. Okay? You're going to be real. Just like when I met my girl, right? She was like, I've never dated a guy that much older than me. And I'm like, well, what's older? What do you consider that much older? And she was like, your age. And we got into it. And I'm like, why, are you not mature enough to date older guys? Well, no, I am. But, and we just had this conversation. Then we ended up hitting it off, right? But had I not just had an open conversation with her where where I didn't filter myself, it wouldn't have gone anywhere. Right? Because, it just doesn't work that way. But either way, not to get too far off track. So she is, pretty much the definition of a modern woman, right? A guy made a statement about, can you cook or something like that? I mean, that seems to be a trigger word with a lot of these modern women these days, doesn't it, guys? Can you cook? What? Right? What do you expect? Do you think this is the 1950s? And it's like, why does it have to be the 1950s? Why are you so triggered by somebody asking if you could cook or not? I mean, I would call her out and go, okay, so you can't cook. Just say that. I can't cook. No, I can cook. I'm just not cooking for you. Okay, so you're selfish. That's essentially what you're saying. Right? I mean, because she could ask you the same question. Do you cook? Will you cook for me sometime? Sure, girl. I'm fine with that, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Right? I mean, I'm not so triggered by that. What does that mean? But clearly, she is, And then some other dude she was talking to asked her if, how are you going to have time for me if you're always working? So it sounds like the same guy because she was talking to the same guy because it seems like he was looking for more of a stay-at-home wife. Where she could have just said, no, that's not what I want to do with my life. I'd rather work. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for, right? And could have just cut it off. But here she is getting offended by that. What? Stay-at-home wife? I was like, girl, are you kidding me? A lot of women want that job. That means you get to stay home. That's why I call it stay-at-home wife while your man works, right? You don't have to go out there in corporate America and compete with the vultures out there. You get to stay home and raise the kids, cook meals, go to the grocery store, go to Target. You get to do all these like chores during the day, vacuum, while he's out earning the bread. I mean, that's all that means. And those tend to be the best relationships, right? And you tend to raise very good kids when your wife is at home and the kids get home from school and there she is, to greet them. They're not like latchkey kids. You guys remember, they call it latchkey kids. I was part of that generation, right? You come home, you just have a key, you have a latchkey, you hope, because nobody's there, right? Both your parents are working. Both my parents worked, right? But it's more ideal for the child if somebody's home when he gets home. And then obviously, the dad's off working, so there you are to greet the kids, make the boys lunch, just like in Leave It to Beaver. Oh, a lot of them don't like that, right? However, that's how you raise good kids, and you keep your man happy and you raise a good family together. That's what works. But clearly that doesn't work for this modern female who's complaining about it, who's talking about, I work, and no, I'm not going to cook for you. you know, we know where this girl's headed, right, guys? She's headed for the clearance bin in the next few years, because that's where she's going to end up. She's not going to be able to lock down a high-value guy, because high-value guy, he doesn't want to deal with that. Doesn't want to deal with that mouth. Yeah, she's an attractive girl. I'll give her that. That's not enough these days, ladies. There's, you know, beauty is so common, especially here in LA. Beauty's common. It's not hard to find at all. So you better have something else to offer than just your beauty if you want to land a high-value guy who is getting other beautiful women wanting him and willing to cook for him, willing to do the stay-at-home wife thing. I mean, you know, if you don't have anything to offer, then stay out there on these dating apps, or in her case, just stay out there in the world and just keep going on plenty of these first dates with these random dudes who are not going to commit to you because you want to be this corporate woman of the world, career woman. I don't cook for a man. I'm Miss Independent, strong and empowered. Yeah, you be that girl. You'll just get plenty of guys who will go up in between your legs and never put a ring on your finger. That's what I see happen to a lot of these chicks with that, you know, that mouth, you know, that conceit. They think that the clock's never going to run out on them. They think they could stay out there and just land some high-value guy with a piss-poor attitude and, you know, just too much self-centeredness. Doesn't work that way.
Being a good woman has literally gotten me nowhere, but I don't have it in me to go be in the streets. So if you need me, I'll be at work or sleeping or at the gym. If you like me and you think you want to date me, please leave me alone. I don't feel like crying anymore.
So she's claiming to be a good woman, but you know what? Good women don't stay single, do they, guys? That's a lesson you'll learn. Good women don't stay single. They get snatched up. By who? By high-value guys. High-value guys will come along and put an engagement ring on her finger and be like, girl, marry me. I don't want you out there. Let's do this. Right? But this chick is claiming she's a good woman and she's tired of crying. What does that tell you? When the girl tell you she's crying over guys, what does that tell you? Is she dating good men? No. She's dating bad boys, isn't she? She's dating Pookie, Tyrone, right? Guys like that. Guys who are mistreating her. And, you know, sad to say, these chicks love that. As much as they even love complaining about it. They love crying about it. Why? Because it brings them attention. It sends them on this emotional roller coaster that these girls can't get enough of. They crave that drama. And next thing you know, these chicks wake up and all of a sudden they're, you know, past their prime, post-wall, can't lock down any dude anymore, any decent, you know, decent valued guy. And ironically raising their standards even higher. Not lowering standards, but raising them. What a wild ride. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. Okay, more importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, it helps me out a ton, especially right now, guys. YouTube is on this just purge of, you know, not promoting channels like ours that are trying to help men. Okay, they don't like this type of content. So I need you guys to help me spread the word. So if you have other like-minded friends of yours who are also ready to be unplugged from the blue pill matrix and are ready to be red pilled, share my coaching videos with them so they could get a taste of what they're gonna learn. Okay, promote my work and get them to subscribe to my channel, right? But it helps me out a ton when you guys are subscribed to my channel, because then we could really help grow and really build this thing and really change the world, right? That's what we're here to do. We're here to change the world. So can't do it all by myself. Need you guys to help me out. So appreciate it if you subscribe and you get other like-minded red pill friends of yours to subscribe to my channel as well. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The best looking and most high caliber women on the planet. The type of women that your friends can only dream about. The type of women that your friends will only see in magazines. I'm going to teach you how to get these girls and bring them into your life. I'm going to teach you where to find them, what to say to them, how to approach them, and how to bring them into your life. I'm teaching you guys this stuff in 7 Months to Mastery. Okay? And I have many successful students who've been with me for years now that are in successful relationships. I've had more than a few students marry the woman of their dreams. We get thank you letters literally every single day. Okay, my staff, myself, constantly getting comments, thank you letters, like, oh my God, Em, you saved my life. I married the woman of my dreams, and oh, we've got this beautiful family now, and oh, you know, I met this girl and now she's my girl. I can't believe this chick is my girlfriend. Oh my God, I've dreamt about this chick forever. So I teach you how to get these girls and bring them into your life, right? The hottest girls on the planet, it's the 8s, 9s, and 10s. That's all we focus on, guys. So if you want to jump into 7 Months to Mastery, the first month is only $1, right? It's only $1 for the entire first month. And the reason why it's only $1 is because I want you to check it out for yourself and see how powerful these coaching lessons actually are and how much they can actually help you. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, and all you have to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.